What is this shit? There we go. Manage. How about dashboard? Eber buys houses. So you're a wholesaler, or do you actually buy them and flip them? Hey, how does that background look still? How's everybody doing? What's up, Freddie? It's going good, man. It's going good. I finally decided to go ahead and do a meetup once a month. It'll probably be the first Wednesday of every month starting in December. And I'm going to start advertising and marketing it out there, but we'll meet up once a month. And then I'll have a bi weekly Zoom call that we will, it'll be kind of like a club that you can join and, and try to hold people accountable for, you know, things that I teach them. Um, it just seems like every time, someone comes to me and says they want to do it, and, I was guilty for it back in the day. But, um, you know, people don't really follow through, and I want to more or less start this club to meet up once a month. And haven't decided exactly where, but I wouldn't even mind if, maybe if it's not too many people, even meeting at my house or meeting at the clubhouse or maybe at a restaurant, something like that. But I finally want to do it every month, you know, either myself or I'll bring in some other people that we can just kind of collaborate on the things that we've learned in flipping houses. As you already know, we flip a lot of houses, but basically not just giving all the secrets, but telling everyone what we kind of went through to try to save someone else from having to go through some stuff. So that's what we're going to start up the first week of December, and on a Wednesday. It's going to be every first Wednesday of every month. And then the bi-weekly Zoom meetings or calls that we're going to have, it's kind of open right now, but it's going to be like a club membership you can join. And we can talk about your deals that you might have or that you're thinking about. We can talk about just many things that we can talk about in this club. Um, it's where I'll teach you about the title process, teach you about, just a little bit about everything that you kind of need to know when flipping houses, whether it be, about hard money, getting private money, um, just everything in terms of flipping houses and everything that you need to know. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm not going to hide anything from anyone. Whatever questions that you guys may or have, I mean, I'm willing to answer them. So it's going to be a very, very important, you know, club to be in because I feel like it's going to be different than most. Um, Anytime you pay, some course or something like that, there's always something that I feel like they're missing. Um, and they don't really give you everything that you need to know about it. Um, they kind of want to get something, kind of in return. They want you to pay for the course before they give you that information or whatever it might be, and they charge you tens of thousands of dollars. And I've decided, and I could do the same thing. I mean, I have a portfolio, of flips that we've done and wholesale deals that we've done and the new builds that we're doing. Um, I'm not going to say I'm well known across the city, but a lot of people know us for doing these things here in Houston, and every week we get calls and from people that want to know more, and most of them drop off. They're not really serious. and it's just time for me to get involved a little bit more and try to help a little bit more. Now, when I say that, I'm talking about me helping you guys or whoever joins the club so that you can help me too. Um, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that, I'm doing it for nothing. I'm just here to help you. I mean, for me to be able to give you all this information, um, you know, you're going to be helping me as well. And I'll explain that in the first week of December on that Wednesday, how that's going to help us both. I mean, we can both make money. We can all make money together. So, yeah, Freddie, man, I know your skills, man, and you're a perfect. And I've always told you this, man. You're a perfect person to start flipping houses. I mean, you pretty much know all of the business, and I don't know what's stopping you from doing it. And the way I feel, and don't take this the wrong way, but I almost feel like, it's a mindset thing with you. You just need to jump in and just do it, you know. I mean, it's just one of those things where there's a risk involved with flipping houses. There's a risk involved with everything that you do, but and you take some risk. I mean, obviously, you run your own company and you manage your own people. I mean, you're taking a risk. Flipping houses is no different. You take a risk with a little bit of everything. When you sign those papers, to getting loans, to managing your partners, you know you're taking risk every day. I know. And that's the thing. Like, so the idea of starting this club is to not charge people tens of thousands of dollars to learn something that they can learn for almost free. um I didn't pay those big, huge, thousands of dollars to learn what I know today, but I can tell you it probably would have fast tracked me. I probably wouldn't have went through so many failures in the very beginning, but I'm so glad that I did go through it because I learned the most. Everything that I know today is from all those failures. But but yeah, there's very few people in this business that you can actually truly trust. I mean, if you pay attention and you really really pay attention to everything that's happening in this world, right? And this flipping business world, right? Just in Houston, Texas alone. Um you know that there's a lot of people out there saying that they're doing it and they're really not. Um I mean, there's people telling you that they're flipping houses and they're doing this and they're doing that and they're walking through these houses and everything, and really they're not. It's not even theirs. They're showing someone else's work. I mean, I know this because I have people, and I allow them to. I have people making content at my flips and builds and stuff like this, and which is fine. You know, I'm okay with that. But some of them pretend that it's theirs, and some of them pretend it's not. But for the most part, a lot of people out there will tell you that they're doing it, and they're actually truly not the ones actually doing it. So, hey, Freddie, thanks for that mustache too, man. That's great. I never seen that before, but yeah, man, I need you to come. Come join the club. How's the market out there? I mean, it's the same for me. I mean, it's the same whether, the interest rates are at 3% or the rates are at 8%. I mean, it's still the same for me. I mean, there's just certain criteria and stuff that I follow to where I'm not going to say it's impossible to lose money. I'm minimizing my risk though. I buy a lot deeper than most. I don't take advantage of sellers and stuff, but I just know the numbers a little bit more. I would say, I would think, and and I run with that as long as it fits into a certain criteria of mine, and my private money lenders. Um, I make money, so let me see. I'm live on YouTube too. Yeah. I am I am very careful. I'm very conservative too when it comes to numbers. I've talked about this in the past, and I will pass up on a deal even if it's $1,000 out of my criteria. I mean, it's just the way I am. I will pass up deals all the time because I know that there's another one headed my way. So even in this buyer's market, the realtors are not asking for much right now. Yeah, I mean, realtors aren't asking that much right now. Realtors need to be careful about, how do you say, I guess, taking away from their value. I see a lot of scared realtors out there, and they're giving up a lot, for the amount of work that some of them are doing. And I don't know if I agree with that. You're kind of changing your own market, and if you do it and everybody else is doing it, you're changing it. So to all the realtors, don't give up hope. Just continue fighting and striving for the next deal. I know a lot of realtors out there are panic mode, and you know and realtors too that are watching this live. If you're a realtor, I mean, you too, you're the perfect person to join the club. So you can make a lot of money during these times that you feel that it's a down market. You can get in on the investing side of things. I know. Well, believe me, Freddie, man, this business always keeps you going, and you know that already. But when you start flipping houses, and of course you wouldn't be able to really truly give up your side right now with the remodeling and the contracting side and the general contracting side, but eventually you could maybe even move away from that and just start investing. you know um, you will always be busy if you're going to flip as many properties as we flip and do builds as many as we build. um, you will definitely be busy. I mean, I've tried, and I need to get better at it, but I've tried hiring people, and it just doesn't work out. It's not that I'm controlling, it's just I got to have my hands in it. I got to be doing something, you know. And it's just one of those things. I can't stay away from it. So the main part of this business is looking for deals. And then once you get the deals, if you don't have too many going on at one time, like right now, we have 3 flips going on right now at the same time. We've got one build going up and one just got shovel ready. So we're trying to get that one ready, so that we can build those two. And then I'm buying another lot So it's just constant movement. It's just constant thinking of this and that and this and that. I developed some spreadsheets that were, and I had to hire somebody to actually do for the spreadsheets to do exactly what I wanted them to do. Um, so that was a challenge in itself, but I got it now. It's really it's a really good spreadsheet. It's almost to the dollar amount that I make on every flip. Um, and I'm talking about my net profit, not a gross profit, not the check that I receive from title or the wire that I receive from title. I'm talking about an actual net. So it was one of those things that, that I added to my list of things that I already have going on. And it took weeks to get this spreadsheet right. But even in this side of the business, you're always busy, always busy. Oh, Freddie, did you actually end up flipping one, or that you did for someone? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen your work, man. You do good work. You do really good work. And let me add to that too. So some of the reasons why we sell our property so quickly, even in this market, um, probably a little bit faster than most, is because we pay attention to detail in our flips. Um, we don't we don't cover a lot of things up. Some things you can, some things you just can't cover up, and you shouldn't cover up. Most of the time, you already know. I mean, when we go into these properties, I mean, we're putting in new HVACs, new plumbing throughout, new electrical. Some of them are total rewires. If it's not a rewire, it's at least the panel box, new lights, and everything like that. But um, most of the time when we flip properties, we go all out on them. I wouldn't say go all out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, but there's been a few properties that we have gone all out, meaning custom moldings and all of these things, but that's very rare. We're into the $200,000 houses where they're not going to be like custom anything, but we still, they have new roofs, new HVACs, new plumbing, new electrical, all the majors done. If it had foundation issues, we fix those. So we give everyone a pretty solid house, and they know that. They can see that. Um, and what a lot of flippers do, and as a matter of fact, I just went to a property. I about wanted to like just laugh, and I almost posted the video because I actually recorded a video of it. And I don't know the flipper that did this house, but oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was just, they painted trim instead of actually putting the trim on the house. They painted a trim. I don't know if you could just picture that, but it was horrible. Um, it was just, it was so messed up. Everything on this house was just wrong. And I get it. You try to save money and whatnot, but I don't know what he paid for the house. Maybe he paid too much and he didn't have the money to actually fix it the right way. I don't know, but it definitely didn't appear that way. I mean, I can't imagine buying that house because a lot of the old stuff was there. I can't imagine paying a lot of money for that house unless he just didn't know what he was doing, or he or she. And but man, this house was so bad, man. You would have laughed. I mean, it was horrible. But I know that there's a lot of flippers out there that do this, and they they try to cut cost and save money on their flips by doing stupid shit like that. But we don't do those things, and I think that's a big reason why we sell our houses so fast. So all the houses that we buy and flip, I mean, it's a little bit longer these days on market than it used to be. I mean, we used to sell houses in a day, 2 days. This was like 3 years ago, and now the days on market has become a little bit longer, right? Um, but I mean, we're averaging, a couple of weeks. Um, so and in this market, I mean, that's actually pretty good. So what's up, Joe? Let's meet sometime for coffee next week. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm always down. It's just, our schedules sometimes, we're kind of me and you both. We're all over the city. You know, Today I was over there off of MLK, and then shot all the way up back up to Acres Homes, and then the day before that I was in Texas City. Then I was on the east side, then back in my side of town in Cypress. I mean, I'm just like all over the place. And I know you are too. You got to check up on all your guys and stuff. I'm busy running around checking up on my projects and stuff. And it's just kind of difficult, I know that's everybody. I mean, there's a lot of people that, we probably all just need to just say, you know what, screw it. Today I'm off, I'm meeting, and just, tell the world, because everybody kind of expects us to be everywhere all at one place and one time. So, but yeah, next week I'm good, man. If you wanna meet up, I'll carve out the time if you will. Anyways, I'm not gonna be on here that long. I wanted to see. Good deal. Yeah, give me a call. I'm gonna try, like I said, thank y'all for the likes and stuff too. Um, like I said, I'm gonna try to get on here a little bit more slowly, but I used to get on here all the time, and it just kind of took over a little bit. But I'm gonna I'm gonna get on here a little bit more. Like I said again, Freddie, anybody else, that's on here or that's seen this live, I'm gonna be starting a monthly meetup club. It's gonna be the first Wednesday of every month, and it'll be at different places. Like I said, I might even have it at my house. Um, I might do it at the clubhouse. I might do it at a restaurant. Just depends. So I'll do a once a month meetup, and then I'll do a biweekly um, Zoom call. So, and the Zoom call will be the club part of it. It's going to be a club membership. No, it's not going to be no thousands and thousands of dollars. Um, but to join the club, it's basically going to be everybody that joins it. I'm going to be holding everybody in that club, accountable for everything. So you'll almost be forced to start flipping houses in a way. So if you're interested, let me know. And anyways, I'm gonna get off of here. I got to get something to eat because I'm starving. But you guys got any questions? Just let me know. Where for sure I want to walk this journey with you for sure, man. I hope so because I'm not too good at these things. And a lot of people ask me to do it, and like a lot people all the time ask me to do it, and I can't seem to get myself to do it. But I think I'm ready. I'm getting there. Um, I'm definitely going to do it this time. I'm going to start it. I'm going to see how it works. I'm going to see how it turns out, and hopefully I can get a lot of y'all support, and I'll bring a lot of knowledge with me. I'm going to bring in other people. Like I said, if you ever have questions for hard money lenders, I'm going to bring a couple of different ones in, not just one. I don't know who else. I'm bringing some people from title. So if you got titling questions, if you get insurance questions, whatever it might be, I can bring in whoever. I mean, everybody pretty much knows me. I will get them down here, and they'll be there to answer anybody else's questions too. So, anyways, I'm out. I will see y'all later. Thanks. Doing this and they're doing that, and they're walking through these houses and everything, and really they're not. It's not even theirs. They're showing someone else's work. I mean, I know this because I have people, and I doing this and they're doing that, and they're walking through these houses and everything, and really they're not. It's not even theirs. They're showing someone else's work. I mean, I truly trust. I mean, if you pay attention and you really pay attention to everything that's happening in this world, right, and this flipping business world, right, just in Houston, Texas alone, um, you know that there's a lot of people out there saying that they're doing it and they're really not. I mean, there's people telling you that they're flipping houses and they're doing this and they're doing that and they're walking through these houses and everything, and really they're not. It's not even theirs. They're showing someone else's work. I mean, I know this because I have people, and I allow them to. You know, I have people making content at my flips, and
Hello?